I never thought an airport could break a man, but that's exactly where my old life ended, and something messier and real began. One minute I was sitting in a private lounge wrapped in silence that cost more per hour than most people's rent. The next minute I was staring at the consequences of every cold decision I'd ever made. Breathing, crying, staring back at me from a stroller. That afternoon, I was exactly who the world thought I was. Ethan Cole. Tech investor. Serial winner. The kind of guy magazines love because the story is simple. Brilliant, ruthless, unstoppable. I was flying through Vancouver on my way back to New York, scrolling through reports, half listening to a call from my stepfather, Malcolm, the man who raised me to believe feelings were liabilities and people were assets. He was lecturing me about a deal I hadn't squeezed hard enough. Same song, different verse. I'd learned long ago how to nod without agreeing, how to sound obedient without actually giving in. Or so I thought. Then I heard a baby cry. Not the background kind you tune out, but sharp, raw, the kind that cuts straight through your skull. I looked up annoyed, ready to complain, and that's when I saw her. Lily Hart, my ex. The woman I told myself I had outgrown. The woman Malcolm warned me would ruin my focus, my future, my edge. She looked thinner, tired in a way sleep can't fix, her hair pulled back like she hadn't had time to care. And in front of her were two strollers. Twins. One was wailing like the world owed him answers. The other was staring around, quietly serious, watching everything. Watching me. My chest went tight. I stood without realizing it. Lily froze when she saw me like she'd just walked into a storm she thought she'd avoided. We didn't hug. We didn't smile. We just stared at each other, the air thick and wrong. I asked the question anyway because pretending wasn't an option anymore. Are they? I couldn't finish. Yes, she said, calm, steady, brutal in its simplicity. They're yours. That moment rewired me. 7 months old. 7 months I'd been busy building another company, another headline, another win while my kids learned how to breathe, cry, smile, and I wasn't there. Lily didn't cry. She didn't accuse. That somehow made it worse. She told me their names, Noah and June. She told me she was flying home to Eugene. She told me she hadn't come to find me. This was just life colliding, no drama required. I wanted explanations. She shut that down fast. Not here, not now. And then she left, pushing the strollers past me like I was just another obstacle in her day. That night, my penthouse felt like a museum of someone else's success. Glass walls, city lights, silence so loud it hurt. Malcolm showed up unannounced as usual. When I told him about Lily and the twins, he laughed. Actually laughed. Said women lie. Said children complicate things. Said I needed to cut it off before it infected my judgment. That was the first crack. Not anger. Clarity. I flew to Oregon the next morning. Coach. Fake name, rental car. I stood outside Lily's small house like a coward rehearsing speeches that didn't matter. When she opened the door, she didn't look surprised. Just tired. They deserve to know you, she said. That doesn't mean I owe you anything. Inside that house, nothing matched my world. Toys everywhere. Baby monitors buzzing. The smell of coffee and formula. Chaos. Life. I held Noah first. He stared at me like he was trying to figure me out. June grabbed my finger like she'd known me forever. Something inside me collapsed. Those next few days were the hardest and best of my life. I learned how bad I was at everything that mattered. I messed up diapers. I sang terribly. I panicked over fevers that Lily handled like a pro. She didn't need me. That hurt, but it also woke me up. I wanted to be needed because I chose it, not because I was useful. Then Lily's sister got into a car accident. Lily had to leave overnight. She hesitated before trusting me alone with the twins. I promised I wouldn't leave. At 3 a.m., Malcolm sent people to get me. Not a conversation. Not a request. Men in suits, polite, firm, reminding me of obligations, of boards, of consequences. I panicked. I thought about what Malcolm was capable of when he felt threatened. I thought leaving would protect them. I left a note. I arranged caregivers. I broke my promise. Lily came home to crying babies and no meat. I lost her again. Weeks passed. I spiraled. Malcolm tightened his grip. Then my phone rang during a board meeting. Noah was in the hospital. Pneumonia. ICU. Lily was barely holding it together. I walked out mid-sentence, didn't care who noticed. In that hospital room, nothing mattered except the sound of machines and my son struggling to breathe. Lily looked at me like I was both the problem and the last hope. I didn't argue. I stayed. I missed votes, missed calls, missed my own removal as CEO. Malcolm stormed into the ICU like he owned the place. Told me to come home. Told me this was a mistake. I looked at my son at Lily and said something I'd never said to him before. No, that word cost me everything, and gave me everything. I lost the company, lost the title, lost the life I thought defined me. Noah recovered. June learned to walk, holding my hand. Lily didn't forgive me overnight. She shouldn't have. I had to earn every inch of trust back. 2 years later, I live in Oregon. I consult now, helping founders avoid becoming the kind of men who mistake control for strength. Lily runs a community studio. Our kids think success is purple pancakes and bedtime stories. Malcolm still thinks I ruined my life. Here's the thing. He might be right depending on how you define winning. So tell me this. If you were in my place, would you have chosen the empire or the family you almost lost? Was I weak or finally brave? Drop your take in the comments. I want to know where you stand.